Good evening. My name is Helmut Friesen, and I'm coming to you from southern Manitoba. And I was just on the DeBoss website and on the YouTube channel looking at some ideas for rebuilding an engine. I'm working on a 4BT that I'm rebuilding right now, and I'll show you that project in a second. Just a quick couple of shots of my Cummins that I have on the yard, and so you can see my work truck in the background. And we're just going to pan over here, and this is our winter home that also has a 5.9 Cummins in it, and it's been an interesting year. We do spend 3.5 months in Mexico every year, sharing the gospel and working with young families. We have 8 children of our own, and so we spend a lot of time counseling young families in all over Mexico. And so it's been an interesting winter in that we've had to rebuild the engine in this motorhome twice this year, twice this winter. So once in Texas on our way south, we had to rebuild it at a cost of $6,000, and we made our trip through Mexico for 3 months, and we ended up, just before we left Mexico, we had to rebuild it again because what happened in Texas was that we could only find a used short block that we had to put together with our motor, the parts that we had off of my motor, and so we really didn't know what we had, and so we ended up doing an in-frame rebuild on it in Chihuahua on our way north again, which ended up costing $600. So big difference in price. I did do the rebuild in Chihuahua myself. The parts were very available, where in Texas it was impossible to find parts and ended up costing $6,000. But anyways, that's a whole long story right there. But what we really want to look at today, and because I only saw this, it's the 24th of April today, and tomorrow's the deadline for sending in videos of builds. What I'm going to show you here right now is in 2005 I bought a 1997 Suburban, and I drove it. It has 6.5 diesel in it. I drove it for 7 years with 6.5, and what that thing blew up on me at around 500,000 kilometers, and I was debating what I wanted to do, and I ended up putting a 4BT in it. Now, that was 2012. In 2012, I put the 4BT in there, and it served me well. We put a lot of kilometers in it, but last fall, it quit on me, and we put it in the shop, and we went on a winter trip, and now we just got back last week, and we took it back out of the Suburban, and while I can't run it for you, it's run well for me, and this is the project that we did, my boys and I. So I'll just quickly show you a little bit. It'll actually give you a glimpse at some of the hidden parts of the project. Here's a 3.9 right now. We're just waiting on some parts. We should be getting the parts in the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll have it running within 2 weeks for sure. We're kind of in quarantine here too, so getting parts and everything might be a bit more difficult, but everything is kind of apart here. I want to show you just a little bit what I did. So if you look inside here, you can see how I cut away the frame of the Suburban above the front diff and mounted my motor mounts there. I did keep the 4L80E stock from the GM, and I bought an aftermarket transmission controller to run that. And I've always run this Suburban on vegetable oil, which is one of the main reasons that I have a diesel, is that I run it full time on vegetable oil. And so some of those components you can see here, like the switchover valves, the heated filter, and a lot of that stuff is hidden underneath the Suburban. But I just wanted to show you this project. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not a mechanic. I do residential construction. That's my full-time job with my boys. But on the side, we do have a bunch of projects that we work on evenings and weekends. And so this is one of those projects that hopefully we'll have it running in the next 2 weeks for sure. I really need it to be running. It saves me a lot of money on fuel. And so every week I'm not driving it is at least $100 that I'm spending on fuel that I don't want to spend on fuel. So it's really worth my time and effort to get this thing back on the road. And so, yeah, just wanted to share that with you, and thanks for your time.